Hey, what's happening you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So I just got done posting my review for the Netflix The Witcher series on my website, omnigeekempire.com. I spent, I guess, the last couple of days avoiding all reviews, all videos regarding The Witcher because I wanted an unfiltered opinion regarding the series. So once I was done posting my reviews, I decided, you know what, let me go and see what other people have been saying about the series, both on articles and on videos. I was quite surprised that, it was so divisive because I personally thought that the series was amazing for the most part. Like I felt like, because I played the game a little bit and I haven't really read too much of the books itself, so I guess maybe I'm not the best person to really, say that whether or not they did a really good job adapting the source material, but for the most part, I felt like all the characters kind of matched up with some of the personalities I've met in the video games, so there's that. But I think what really bothered me with some of the reviews that came from all these websites, articles, is how, I think one of them really pissed me off. One of them skipped a couple of episodes. So they watched the first and the second episode and then skipped all the way to the last episode and wrote their reviews for it. And it got me thinking, listen, for the last couple of years now, we've been saying that journalism and all the journalists these days are pretty fucking shit. They're really making articles just for the sake of creating outrage because they know that the outrage is gonna give them traffic, and I feel like there is no accountability for this. I feel like journalism and journalists who obviously behave in this negative manner are not being held accountable for their misbehavior or misdemeanor, whatever. Like, it is frustrating, to be honest, really, because I actually spent my time. I was like, okay, these are 8 episodes. I'll get through them, eventually, and then I'll post my honest review about whether or not I think the Witcher series holds up. And these people are fucking like skipping episodes just so they can, get their articles out first, get the most clicks, and then come out with some stupid apology about how they didn't really do their due diligence in reviewing a fucking series. Literally, your whole job is just to watch the fucking series and then give your opinion on whether or not you think it's good or not. It's like, come on, bro. It's like, you can't even do that. There has to be a system. I feel like there has to be some sort of accountability for, these journalists abusing their power. It's literally abusing their power. Like, they're not being responsible with their platform, is in my honest opinion. And it doesn't help because each time they post some really clickbaity bullshit, they'll draw audience because everybody wants to see what the fuck they're saying. Everybody wants to see, what type of nonsense are they spewing out of their mouth this time around. It's just frustrating. Like some of the reviews were a little bit all over the place. I don't know. Some people had issues with Geralt and portrayal. Some people had issues with, I don't know, some of the characters. I don't even know, but I don't know. These reviews these days is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, I don't really consider myself a journalist at all. I do own a website, so I'm more of a content creator because I make videos and I, write blogs. I do 2 things, so it's really frustrating. I think it's time that we hold these journalists accountable for the type of nonsense that they're posting. We need to, like the quality. Listen, it's unfortunate, but journalism does not hold the same level of respect and dignity that it once held a couple of years ago. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of the reasons why I decided to open up my own website per se, because I wanted to kind of challenge the notion of it, because, I don't know, it's so stupid. It really is stupid. There needs to be some sort of accountability. I've been thinking about this for a while now, but there has to be some type of system, because listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a difference between when YouTubers make videos on other YouTubers, calling them out on their bullshit, versus when a YouTuber makes a video calling out the bullshit of an article. Because on the YouTuber's channel, on their videos, you can dislike it, you can affect the status of their videos and the status of their channel overall. Yes, they'll still get some engagement, but it won't be positive. And when people see those dislikes and when people see those negative comments, they are less likely to subscribe and to hit that like button in their videos. Therefore, it forces the YouTuber, who obviously is at fault, to reconsider their actions and obviously change the errors of their ways. Whereas when it comes to a website, there is no negative impact that comes from posting a shitty article or rushing a shitty article just for the sake of getting the traffic. They'll get the traffic. It's good, bad, it don't matter. Like, you know, the moment that they click that link to see the bullshit, and the moment they want to leave a horrible comment in that article, it's game over, because they've got what they want. It doesn't really matter anymore. Like, you can't affect the websites negatively. I feel like Google needs to do something. Because at this point, this is manipulation of power. I feel like in some sense, Google needs to have some sort of, I hate to say this, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but there needs to be some sort of P-score system for websites. Like some sort of way that shows how a website is performing. Like a rating system. A rating system that, you know, the website themselves can't really manipulate. So, you know, when you search a website on Google, essentially what's going to happen is at the very right side of the website or something like that, or maybe even at the left at the beginning of the website, there'll be a little, like, you know, emoji in a sense. You know, smiley emojis means good, frowny emoji means bad, and it kind of just has this variant behind it. I don't know, some type of system that measures it up a little bit. I don't know how they'll do it. I don't know how the algorithm will figure out what's a bad website and what's a good website, but it is something that's really frustrating me at this point, because there's no accountability for it whatsoever. Literally, and the same type of bullshit also happens. I don't know if you guys know Stormzy. Stormzy is a UK rapper, essentially, and he had an interview with the ITV news agent, whatever. And obviously he had an interview with those people, and they misconstrued what he said and posted a really clickbaity, really controversial statement that obviously could cause a lot of issues, and they framed it in such a way that they knew people would lose their shit. They knew. And obviously, when you think about this, if this was 20, 30 years ago, when all these celebrities didn't have a platform like social media to speak out and voice their frustration, they could have left that article like that, and obviously Stormzy would have to go through peer after peer after peer to just fix a simple mistake that they took an advantage of. Do you know what I mean? Because now we have social media, so now you can actually just tweet something out and say, fuck you guys, why did you say this? This is not what I said, and everyone will realize immediately that obviously these news articles have made an error, which is a step in the right direction. See, I sometimes hate social media, but at the same time, it has given us some leverage in a sense. When we have a news agent or a journalist agent or whatever posting some crappy stuff, one major person can just go like, hey guys, don't click on this article, it's full of shit, and they'll instantly lose some traffic. But that's not enough, because obviously people are very curious creatures. They want to know what's going on, and eventually they'll get that traffic. So some type of P-score system needs to be implemented for Google. For Google. So Google can kind of like, it can be some kind of metric in a sense. Like, I don't know if Google can't really force this. That's the problem. I don't know. Maybe there has to be a website that Google creates. Like, I'm just saying Google because obviously that's the most. Everyone goes on Google to search things. I know there's Google Docs and all, Firefox and all that stuff, but for most part we all use Google. Some type of website, a section where all these websites are filtered in, and people can go in and rate them. I don't know, like, if someone wants to take the idea, they can go ahead and take it. A system in which all websites go into this simple category, and they get rated by the people based on how many times they've posted accurate and informative information, how many times have they posted lies and clickbaity stuff, and just give that kind of a rating, so that way we as the people can avoid the bullshit that we see every day. That's just my opinion on it. But it's just speculation. I was really pissed off, to be honest, really, when I saw that they rushed out the article just so they can give The Witcher a really bad review when the series is actually really good. So if you're someone who enjoys Games of Thrones type of stuff with politics and war and things of that nature, with obviously with a fantasy theme to it, The Witch is a really good series, but the fact that they gave it a really low score after skipping the first and second episode and going over to the last episode, not realizing that we are bouncing between time periods throughout the series to explain the whole dynamic between Gerald, Siri, Saskia, whatever his name is, and Jennifer. Like, Jesus, come on, bro. Like, we need to step up. We need to step up. But anyways, that's just my frustration. This is a rant, really. This is just my rant of me kind of like expressing my frustration with journalism these days. Going into 2020, we're still gonna see this type of bullshit consistently happen. And there's no way of stopping it. There's literally no way of stopping it. We have people stealing other people's articles. I'm referring to the whole niche gamer versus Gematsu. We have people rushing out articles just to get their review out. We have people lying to the people, misconstruing someone's sentences and opinions. Come on, bro. Come on. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. But anyways, that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. There's not really much to say. I don't want to make this a really long video. Let me know what you guys think.